Welcome to AlphaCars. My name is Dmitry and I am reporting from our service center in our Boxborough location. We have some interesting jobs today, and one of them is the Porsche Macan S. And the vehicle came in, here it is, the vehicle came in with a concern with the burning smell when the heating and air conditioning is turned on. And there was no reports of oil loss or dripping oil or anything like that. So we did the diagnostic work, and a technician noted that there were minor saturation of oil coming from the valve cover gaskets, in particular one on the left side. And his recommendation was to do both valve cover gaskets. The reason we wanted to show you this and do this video is valve cover gaskets on slightly older vehicles from the certainly 90s, early 2000s. It was not such a big deal. You certainly a couple of hours, 3 hours later, you could have done the valve cover gasket on the BMW engine. So with these highly complex engines, great engines, really fun to drive, enjoyable to drive, excellent performance, excellent fuel efficiency, but they are quite complex. Look at how many different hoses, electrical connections, and parts are situated on the engine, on top of the engine itself. Here you can see, here you can see the coils that were removed. You can see the valve cover. And when we're observing it, it's definitely in great condition. So the previous owner or owners took very good care of the maintenance because it's nice and clean, no sludge. As far as the parts, you can see the solenoids here for the variable valve timing. You can see the variable timing actuator. So there are, high pressure fuel pump here. So you see a lot of things that have to come off this engine, and then they also have to go back on the engine. And during the reinstallation or disassembly, we also check variety of different components to make sure we do not put any weak parts back in. So if we see the fuel line or the vacuum line or some plastic flange like these, that they're getting brittle, we will recommend replacing them. So this is, not to mention it's a time-consuming process. It's clearly over a day's job, easily. And then on top of that, if you, during the disassembly or reassembly, you run into any additional recommendations and you need to get like a tiny little part, that is going to delay the job completion. And it's still important to do. So when we work with our customers, we certainly keep them informed. And sometimes we need to ask for a little bit of patience to do the job right. And it is important to understand. That's why we're sharing this video. If you, the owner of one of these vehicles, and not to mention if you plan on doing this work yourself, definitely be ready for this extensive amount of work. And then if you're having it done by your shop, make sure you give them some time to evaluate the job and to do the job properly, of course, the very first time. So just showing you this. Hopefully you enjoyed this little segment from AlphaCars Service Center in our Boxborough location. And the vehicle that we were showing you was 2015 Porsche Macan S. And this car has just under 60,000 miles. Great car, and the owner loves the car. I'm pretty sure they bought it from AlphaCars, but now, a few years later, it needed some service work. And actually, I was glad to see that there is a service contract on this vehicle. So this is definitely going to be covered under the service contract. So, and that's another topic, but if you are buying the vehicle, do not immediately dismiss an offer to look at the service contract options. Some of them could be very, very good, and I'm glad this owner purchased the service contract, because it is actually now paying for quite expensive repairs. Nothing unusual. Every car's engine, internal combustion engine anyway, has valve covers, and they have gaskets, and eventually they will go bad. They will have to be replaced. This is one of them. And before we part, here are the camshafts. Here's the timing chain. And here are the 3 cylinders on the left side bank. And the spark plugs are right in there. And these little cams, what they do, as they turn, they push on the little valves on the intake side to allow air-fuel mixture to go inside the cylinder in the combustion chamber. Then it will be ignited by the spark from the spark plug, and then there are a set of valves on the exhaust side that let the exhaust out into the exhaust system, and then it makes its way towards the back of the car through those tailpipes. Thanks again for watching this video. Consider subscribing, sharing, and let us know which videos you like the best by simply clicking the like button. My name is Dmitry, and until next time.